What's the number one thing you can tell me now that I've started a business? That's the question I asked one of my mentors, Mr. Ned Clark, over 20 years ago. Mr. Clark was one of my best friend's fathers. He was a banker and he was in the banking industry for decades. I wanted some advice, so I asked him out to lunch and we had a great meeting. But at the end of the meeting, I asked that question: what's the number one thing you can tell me to do now that I'm in business? And his answer was, grow slowly. I call that the most expensive lesson I ever learned. I should have taken his advice, but I didn't. We had a DNA testing company and I was growing pretty steadily until we decided to franchise. When we franchised, it went off like crazy. We were putting franchises in Florida and New Jersey and Seattle and Los Angeles. We had to support these franchisees, so what we did was up our expenses. Our head count went up and we added support staff and salespeople. It's a lot like when you go into a casino and all you ever talk about is your winnings. You never mention the losses. Well, in business, your expenses are your losses and they add up. And if they exceed your revenues, you're either gonna go out of business or you're gonna have a tough time getting back to profitability. So I wanna talk with you about the 3 things that will help you maintain a profitable, sustainable business. Number 1, keep your head count as low as you can get it. Sometimes it's uncomfortable not having enough people to service everybody correctly, but you always want to have fewer people than you need at the beginning. Number 2, we really have to look at your products. Of course, they have to be in demand, but they also have to be profitable. It's really exciting to sell a product that is in high demand and people want it, but if you're losing money on the product, you're gonna be out of business soon. So have a profitable product that you're selling. And number 3, install systems and processes and make sure they're followed by everybody. So in the end, ask your smart mentors questions and follow their advice. I sure wish I would have. Here's a little bit of advice. As you grow, your company grows. Keep growing slowly.